Hello class, good morning. My name is Luis and today I will introduce you to an informative speech about some tips to don't spend money in things that we don't really need. Basically to save money, especially that we are drunk and we think like everything is easy for us. This speech will last from 6 to 8 minutes and it's mainly aimed at the general public. This discourse will mainly cover four groups, which are objects, processes, events, and concepts about how to save money and don't really waste it. The first main point that I want to discuss at the object, the simple fact of saving money is important in our lives. That it actually depends on at certain point our lifestyles and how we will be living and what are we gonna do about it. It's very common that many people do not know about how to save money because if there is not that financial education that we need, which can make the difference between living well or living badly. That is why the issue with money is not just for anything, and we must be informed of all aspects of to invest and how to save the money and how to spend it. The second point that I want to actually discuss is the processes, about some tips that are about not how to spend the money in things that we don't really need. There are few people in the world who find it easily to save, others find it difficult to do so little work, but they struggle to do so and some others do not actually know the word saving. This is because we live immersed in a consumer culture, fashion, and trends that are rules that dictate what we should buy without asking us, is is that what we actually need in our lives? We get carried away by adversity as the days go by our fortune surface and several blow. So I'll be explaining the 8 points that I actually think they are the keys to don't spend money. The first one is plan your spending. This is a paramount for everyone, and not only for people who want to save. You must consider it a fixed budget for everything for food, transportation, rent, services, insurance, and so many things. So you can see how much money you can save and you can have left. This is not to spend, the main thing is to invest. The second point is about don't spend for a week. I know it looks pretty hard, but you guys can actually try it. Make this a small challenge. Start once a month. In a week, do not spend anything. And this is not for essential. Food and transportation are valid. Everything that is luxury is scarce. And mind yourself just for a week. Then I can get back to a normal. You can actually get it back. You can rest the week and next the week it starts again. So the passengers of the next day, it will obviously become an habit and it'll be easy. The third point is postpone your purchases. If you want to buy some new products, for example, let's say a new iPhone, say I have to buy it, but you gotta do it like the next week and then the next week. So you will be yourself the time to think if you really need that thing or it's just something that you just want because you see it. Another point is watch your words. Never forget the power of your own words. They're really important. If you want something, you can attract it with them. In the same way, if you keep saying, I cannot save it, I have no money, I'm broke, they will become a reality. So you better think that now you are very smart because you actually are. We actually are, guys, and you are investing in a better future. Another point, and this is really important, like don't compare. Although it's difficult to don't try to do because there will always be someone who has more than you. And you're automatically gonna think like, why is that guy having more than me? Who can travel? Like that guy have many cars and have so much money. It's normal. It could be that these people have it because they're living in debt or working hard. So they're actually working hard. So that's why they have what they have, because they actually work hard. So if they can do it, you can also do it. You can do the same, like work, save, and invest the money. Another important point is you don't deserve it. Many times to be able to buy what we so desire, we use the phrase "I deserve it" because I want it, and that becomes really hard. But we all work very hard. In fact, there are people who work harder than us, than you, than anyone. So you don't deserve to buy everything you want. Refrain about it. We gotta just refrain about it. Another point is not because you earn more money, you have to spend more, and that's the problem. Many times when you deserve a raise, it's the first thing that comes to mind. Like, oh, I gotta buy something. I'm making more money. I gotta buy something. You'll be able to spend more, and that's totally wrong. This is a total mistake because with the passage of time, the expenses become more than the salary. So it is important to save and planning of expenses to know what is spent for and what and why. Another point, you don't need many things to be happy, and that's the truth. You gotta be happy with the things that which you actually have at the moment around you. If you put your happiness into objects, you become an empty person. Material things cannot be your first source of happiness. You must make a change. The third major issue that I want to discuss with you guys are the events. The main reason why I decided to talk about this topic is because I currently had this problem personally, like a lot the last couple of months, like spending without thinking, and I really it fed me. I used to spend more than I used to earn on things that I really even need, which I thought that it wasn't gonna affect me, and it was the opposite. It really I was totally wrong because I spent and spent. I got a point where I no longer had more money. I had to ask for money from people, and that really sucked. Like not for me, and then just not for the people around me. It doesn't look good. And I still had things to pay, and that was the moment of my life when I decided to that I needed a change for my life. Unfortunately, I learned in a bad way. And that is why I'm telling you guys this. Like, I just hope you guys, like everything that I'm saying right now, you can use it, or you can at least learn something about it, because the morning is really important, especially in college. Like, it's not really free. And we have the last point that I'll be discussing is like we have the concepts. So as we're talking about money, it's super important to know that money really influences the way we see and we feel actually. In the world, basically many times we depend on money to be happy. And that's why I have this question for you guys, like, can money buy happiness? Do you guys think it's actually a fact? Once it's a fact, like once you get older, your concept of happiness and freedom changes completely. For you, desires, goals, obligations are not the same as when we were a child. Now you may want to drive the car that you have seen before, live in the same house, or get something better for you, or marry with the government, or manage your life. However, most of these beautiful experiences you will not be able to live if you're not able to earn money like a rich man. The reality, and it's really sad, like we all want to be happy. Happiness is the best feeling we can experience. A deep feeling that is able to connect with your loved ones and ourselves. And that's why, like, we just gotta try to be happy with the things that we actually have. And then the truth is like we don't notice, or we don't really appreciate what we actually have at the moment, and that's what we really want more. And then we unfortunately, like, when we actually lost something is when we actually start to think about what what should I lose, like, and that's why. So I hope you guys can learn something about what I just said, what I was just explaining, and then all right. So I'll see you next time. You guys have a good day. So whoever was watching this, thank you. Bye bye.